Well, hi guys. Oh, are you doing okay? We're worried. You know what? I'm doing actually pretty okay. I'm doing okay. It's just like for those of you who have no context, I'll give you all the context. It's such a weird dynamic. Like me even like God, I don't know. I've had a lot of thoughts today. Yeah, but for context for people who have no idea what's going on. So pretty much, if you guys have no idea, there was a thread that dropped today on I know moms think the worst, but it was justified, I guess. But pretty much a thread dropped today that about myself and another YouTuber named Noah J. And I wanted to give context to it and what happened and in 2021 and just like explain myself. And of course, like apologize. But I figured I would just address this earlier than later and just sit on it. And I would, the second I saw it, I was never going to deny anything. And if I'm being honest, I have sat on this for a couple years now, and I've thought about just saying it like without names, right? Because when I feel something or I'm going through something, I want to talk about it. And I've thought about just saying like the story of what happened without saying who was involved, and just to get it off my chest and to like tell, because I don't want people to support me without knowing who I am, you know, and things I've done. And I feel like when you do that as a creator, you just feel like you're lying. Like, I just feel like if you knew everything about me or all the skeletons in my closet, you wouldn't support me. And I think that's fair. I think you can look at somebody and be like, I don't like that you did this. I'm not going to support you. And so I would actually, after I tell you guys all this, if that's what you think about me, if that's what you say to yourself, you're like, wow, I see you completely differently. I don't want to support you anymore. I am like so fine with that. And like seriously, completely fine. I think you can, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to cut to the chase. So, in 2021, Edison and I, we this is so weird. So I'm having an out of body experience because I've been like, I know that so many people are gonna like, some of my friends are gonna find out this way. A lot of my friends, not a lot, I would say like a handful of my friends already know and have known for years because I confided in them back then, but some of them I didn't. So they're gonna be like, what is going on? Like, anyways, in 2021, Edison and I, we obviously broke up. Everybody knows this. If you don't know, I used to be engaged. I was in a relationship of like 6 years. We started dating a long time ago. Anyway, so Edison and I had a very rocky end of our relationship. I got like cold feet, and there was just a lot of stuff between the two of us that we just realized like we're not ready for this, and we decided to end our engagement. And we ended it. Well, before we ended it, we took a break, and then it was like a on and off a little bit. We weren't together. We were like, hey, 2 weeks away from each other. Let's see. That didn't work. We were like, hey, what's the point of a break? Let's just break up, right? So we broke up, and then we didn't say anything publicly for like a month and a half, right? We announced publicly that we broke up. But before that, when I was broken up, before it was public that I was broken up, I went to 100 Thieves Creator Camp, and when I was there, I was obviously a mess. I was just trying to distract myself, but I had just gotten out of an engagement, so I was, you know how I am with when I yap. I just talk to everybody, and I just say things. So we were getting cozy. Everyone got really got to know each other pretty well. We're staying up till like 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. just like by campfires and stuff. And so I got to know a guy there named Noah J, and he's a YouTuber and stuff. He's with 100 Thieves, super friendly dude. And so I was like, oh, this guy's awesome. And so I started to open up. I opened up with a couple people about it, but he was one of the people that I started to tell. And I was like, me and my fiance, like my ex-fiance, we just like we broke up, and I'm going through like a really hard time. I don't know how to deal with things, and like, was it the right decision? Yada yada yada. So he then confided in me, and he told me that he basically hey, he's like, I'm married. Marriage is not that simple. He's like basically explaining that him and his wife have struggles too. And I felt very comforted knowing that when I look at that my relationship fell apart, that other people's from the outside it might look perfect, but it's not perfect. Relationships just aren't perfect, right? And it felt comforting to know that. And so I talked to him more, and we talked, and I remember we stayed up like till 5 and we talked, and I felt so like understood. And so the camp ended, and after the camp I was like, wait, I like feel like we should continue our conversation, and that's when we did. We kept talking, and we talked about, he shared more about his relationship, and essentially right then and there was like where I should have known it was like not okay. In my mind, it was like, oh, he's married. If anything, I know he's married. So there's nothing, right? It's like just two people going through it. And I don't know if you've ever been broken up with someone or ended a relationship, but like you look for other people who are there to talk to, right? You confide in people and people who really listen to you, and it's really easy to like trauma bond with somebody. And I think that is obviously in a relationship, it's like not okay I think it's like very, like from my perspective, at least, it's very inappropriate to if I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to go listen to like one guy vent about his relationship problems to me. Like that's already like crossing a line. Right. And so obviously the line was already crossed at camp. Just me listening to his problems, I felt like was already crossing a line. But in my mind, I kept justifying like, oh, okay, this is me helping. If anything, I was like, you should go get therapy. You guys should go work on it. Maybe you got married young, but like you guys can still go forward and fix it. Right. But I absolutely selfishly enjoyed his company and in a way that I shouldn't have, right? Knowing like the way I thought about it was like, if I'm his wife, I'm not comfortable with him on a call with me. Right. Like that's it. Right. So we kept calling, and we were like, cause he was back in Texas at the time, and we were just like on calls, and we were like talking, and then we'd play Valorant. And I remember we just play Valo and stuff. And then over time, pretty much I just like didn't want to admit it, but I developed feelings, and he developed feelings. And it was just like, we didn't want to admit it, but like we kept talking. And then I was like, and he said like, I think I'm going to get a divorce pretty much. He's like, it was like he was already talking about it right from the start. And the second he was like, I'm gonna do this, I let myself be like, I was like that, like switched something in my brain that was like, there's hope that we could be together. I was like, okay, then I can like wait until papers are signed, and then like we could be together after all of this. But throughout that entire thing, like that's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And I'm going to bed every night, and I'm on Google going like, what constitutes emotional cheating? What constitutes that? Like, what am I doing? I was trying to justify my mind. I was like, oh, well, they're going to get a divorce. So I'm allowed to feel this way. Right. And then like I would battle with that feeling. And then I was like, I was just going back and forth trying, like the mental gymnastics you go through, and I went through to tell myself that what I was doing was not wrong, is insane because I come from somewhere where like literally cheating is death. Like you are an awful person to do that to somebody you love. What is wrong with you? How could you do that? Especially like, my past, like my friend was cheating on in high school, college, like, for those of you who know, like the whole, like, with my ex and stuff. And I like, of course, so I know what it feels like to be on the other side. And so like the amount of gymnastics I was just going through, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. The moment we got on those calls, was where like the moment we opened up like that was where it was like, in my mind, that was already like, that was crossing the line entirely. I want to just like, some people are saying that I cheated on Edison. No, I did not. We were broken up. Whatever. No. Okay. I did not. 100%. It was because we broke up that I felt the need to dump my emotions on people. I was like, I'm going through this, and I don't know how to deal with a breakup, and I don't know how to publicly I don't know how to, like, it's not a normal human thing to go through a breakup and then to have to announce your breakup publicly and then have people speculate about your breakup. And I was like dealing with all these emotions, like dealing with the way that people perceive me from breaking up with him or him, like, you know, that whole thing. So it was because of that I then looked for emotional support. And so, yeah, damn, I came at the wrong time. It's easy to emotionally attach yourself to people when you're suffering. Yeah, no, guys, it's what I did. I was going through something and I looked for someone who was also going through something. And I should have like literally been like, nip it in the bud right there and been like, yo, that is not like me. I should not be dumping to you like this. Like that's not, but instead it felt so good to be heard and to be related to. I was like, wait, yeah, you get it. Oh my God, you get it. And we're both like, you know, like we're both creators and streamers, and then like our SOs or like former, you know, they were not. And like we had so much, like so many of our struggles were the same. So I felt so hurt at the time. And it doesn't matter though, you know, it was the dumbest mistake, the dumbest regret of my life. The guilt I felt and still feel. There was a day I felt so guilty. And all I wanted to do was like, just like get on a call with her and apologize so deeply. And I remember I was actually with my parents and nobody knew at this time, not one soul except me. And I remember feeling like so tight in every part of my body. And all I was hearing was like this ringing. And my parents were like talking to me, right? And I'm just nodding like, yeah. And trying to breathe. And I went to the bathroom and I was like, can I go to the bathroom? And I just went to the bathroom and I breathed. And I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And anyways, we obviously, I tried to apologize. I sent a letter, but I don't know if it was ever received. And we cut all contact. I was like, I can't, like, this is just, it's not okay. It's not okay. In my mind, like I was always thinking we could date after, we could be together after all of this. Like that's what's in the stars, is like we connect on such a fundamental level. We'll get together after all of it. And I was like, hell no, hell no. This will not be like how it happens. And I couldn't live with myself. And, oh, honey. Hi, honey. Anyways, like the first thing when I saw it like out today, cause there's some like Call of Duty drama or something. And, you know, and someone in the Call of Duty space, I don't really know how it happened, but like someone said it, right? And I've thought about this day a lot because actually, like I thought about saying it myself to you guys, like with no context, just like in a vulnerable state, because I always say to myself, like I really just want it to be out there. Like I want my community to know that like I'm like not, well, I don't think anyone thought I was perfect, and I don't portray myself to be perfect, but I want people to, like, if they support me, they know I've effed up. You know what I mean? I would not, I don't want to just hide this. I would never, like, you know, there's a solution. Some like, oh, well, we'll just never talk about it. It's like, no, the second I saw it, I was like, I felt panic, and then I felt relief, and I'm like, I can talk about it, and I can say it, and I can share that I made a mistake. It was a horrible, horrible mistake. I regret it so much, and I'm the exact person that I've judged and looked at and been like, you're disgusting. Who would do that? Like, you're gross. Like I'm the exact person. That's me. And living with myself for that first couple months, like I couldn't. I was just like, I did that. What is wrong with me? Like, I made up every excuse in the book by what I was doing was justified and wasn't wrong. And like, you know, like I'm just made up. Oh my God, I can't believe I was just like, and I watched myself Google like why it really wasn't that bad, or like coping, and then it turned into me going, how to cope with immense guilt. How do I do this? How do I live with myself? And then I was just looking for, I don't know. And then I told a couple friends, but I couldn't bring myself to tell everybody I knew because I just didn't want to like lose everybody. Every friend I told was so understanding of me and disappointed, but so understanding of me. And yeah, they was really, just listened to me. And yeah, I don't expect anybody here to be understanding of me. But yeah, I'm human. You messed up. I messed up. Stupid fucking mistakes. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I guess I think I'm sharing what I think is necessary for me to share to share. Yeah. I'm like, I could give this whole damn time, like, but dude, being in the public space, I always thought that when this came out, it'd be the end of my whole career, or like, as in I would end my career there. Like, I was like, when I say it, I will not be a streamer anymore. I'll be done, and it will be out, and I can live with myself. I can live with knowing the world knows. I can't believe I called my mom. And she's like, Leslie, you're a sinner. I'm a sinner. We're all sinners. You can ask for forgiveness and hope and hope that I hope you get it. But she was just like so, I don't know, I was so shocked. I was like, dang. I'm not quitting. No, I'm not quitting. It's more, I don't know. Dude, the call with Noah, I was so, I was like, dude, I was like, hey, haven't talked to you in 2.5 years. We've awkwardly avoided each other for years, because every time we look at each other, we're reminded of our horrible past. And I was like, so we should talk, like, how are you doing? I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry I've been ignoring you, but like every time I looked at you, I saw my deepest regret. And I know you're, like, and he's like, hey, it's okay, 0. It's like, I get it. And he was like, talk about it? I was like, I'm going to talk about it. He's like, you can say whatever you want to say. And I was like, thank you. Yeah, he was really great about it. But yeah, I felt so bad. Like when I would see him, he would like make me think of everything I didn't want to like see in myself. I'd try to forget about it, but I would think about it all the time. Anyway, so you don't have to forgive me. It's cool if you say like, screw you, dude. You're gross. That's actually disgusting. Whatever. It's okay. And a lot of people are like, I hope she's okay. Hope you're doing okay. I feel a weight lifted, guys. I feel a weight lifted, and do with that information what you will. And it's okay. It's okay if, and maybe, yeah. Oh, none of us expected this. Yeah. But I just want to share that I'm a human who I hope you don't put on a pedestal, who makes mistakes because I'm an idiot, and don't be me, and don't aspire to be me. And don't need to forgive me, and any of that. I've been on the other end. Sorry, that makes me so sad. Like, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I'm just really sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I know I can just say that, but like, holy crap, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I haven't ever felt so much regret about anything in my whole life, and I can't believe it. I'm such an idiot. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. And I made, yeah. Yeah, I'm just really sorry to anyone who has been hurt by a situation like this. And yeah. It's so awful. I just got carried away, and I was like, yeah,
after it, you know. He's gonna sign some papers and we'll be good. We'll actually date. I can actually date, you know, like that's in my mind. I just saw it going that way. I was like, it'll be worth it because like we just click on such a fundamental level. But I think when you trauma bond with somebody over something, or you're both going through a very similar situation, it's very easy to just like latch onto them, and like you literally latch, you know. And that's what I did. I just latched on to somebody who became like a dumping block for me. Like I just was like, this is everything that I've been going through, and oh my god, you understand it. And then so now you can go back on that tweet I dropped and understand, or like way long ago. My brain, I don't even know. I'm normally just a lurker, but I just wanted to tell you that it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be human. Emotions get the best of us sometimes, as long as you learn. I hope that, not just did I learn, but I hope that you guys can learn from me. I hope you can learn from me to not hurt someone like that. I really hope so. Just like think about me now, and you don't want to be this. Just think about it when it's like, you know, you see yourself, it's about to be messy. Just be like, oh wait, I see it. I flash forward into me right now. And then be like, no, I'm gonna do that. It's awful. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes, personal relationships and whatnot. You don't know. Like, it's really easy to just judge things, and there's so much behind the scenes that people don't know. There's so much, just like conversations and context to a lot. It's not just like, I don't know. It's a lot of lump all these people in this category, lump everyone in this category. But, anyways. For some reason, people think I have such a, like I'm so squeaky clean, but I'm really not. Like, I don't know. Maybe I am. I'm not trying to sell that image that I'm perfect. I think if you watch me enough, you'll understand I'm not actually like that family friendly. It's just some people who like compare me maybe to like certain other people. I've been cheated on and I've been in your shoes. These things truly happen. It's not your fault. It is my fault. It is my fault. But I will say it does happen. And you don't even realize it's happening until it's happening. And then while it's happening, you're telling yourself everything that you can and justifying it in every way to make it feel like it's actually not happening. It's actually a little different in your situation. It's actually not quite the same because, you know, it's already rocky. They're already doing this. You know what I mean? They're already breaking up. So it's okay. It's not, you know what I mean? So in my mind, I'm justifying. And you're just lying to yourself because nobody wants to look at themselves and be like, I'm a bad person. I'm that person. No one ever will tell themselves that.